Hello everybody, welcome back to our Liquor Store Simulator playthrough. We are just unloading this truck. I want to redo a little bit of the shelf situation because some of these products are being a little shelfish, taking up more space than they should. No, I actually want to redo this because I want there to be a specific flow in my back of house. And I just am not getting it with this setup right now. So we're gonna do this, keep everything in order, nice and order. It's literally I'm doing the Under Armour back of house thing. It's crazy. I am subconsciously doing the whole, I don't even remember what they called it, like the zigzagging or whatever. They don't call it that. I don't know what the hell they called it. But whatever the back of house organizational tool is, that's what I am doing. And that's why this is going so smooth, let me tell you. Let me tell you something. I love that yellow and green, too, telling you, hey, you sure you want to put this here? You sure you're not just being a moron? Alright. Just want to be sure, you know? Just want to be sure, Ron, that you're not a moron. There we go. And this is like, we're practically out of all of it. Math, don't fail me now. Something I've been doing in this game a lot in the other playthroughs is I will order things that I don't even need. Somehow. Accidentally, maybe. Randomly. I don't know. Maybe it's a bug. Maybe it's just something that I don't know. But I've been doing that, and it's been driving me up and wall. Prices are looking good. Okay, cool. We did that. I guess I need $3.75 for the advertisement. I don't know. It's tough. We gotta advertise though, for sure. Oh man. Here comes some customers, the first customers of the day. What are we gonna name? Oh my god. What are we gonna name our liquor store? I think I just mixed up the M and the N in a word, in name. What are we gonna Monet our store? I don't know if I've ever, like... What the hell? I just had an auditory dyslexia moment where the word came out of my mouth backwards. That's wild. I don't know if I've ever even heard of that before. I don't know. We're developing new unwanted skills throughout these playthroughs and throughout these recordings. Throughout these playthroughs and recordings. We're learning skills that I shouldn't have. Oh, he shouldn't have. He got me dyslexia. I've always been dyslexic, so that's not anything new. But, for real. Alright, come on, buddy. You know what's funny? Through these playthroughs, there's just these times, these wild times of me, being extremely wordy and like having a lot to say, and then just times of nothing happening in my brain. It's so strange, right? And I don't know if it's just the time of day I'm recording or when I'm recording, how I feel. I don't know, whatever's going on in my head. But I'm always happy to record. I'm always happy to play games, hang out with everybody. It's just so strange that, like, sometimes I can't shut up, and sometimes I'm just sitting here on idle, you know? It's like a diesel engine. You don't want to shut it down. You want it to keep running. You want it to stay warm, you know? It's so weird. They don't actually reach into the shelf and grab stuff. They just stand in front of there and make a little face. It looked like an item flew off the shelf, though. Maybe they do pick stuff up, but without moving their arms. They're just playing repo. They're just using it with their mind lasers. God, this music is so jazzy. I love it. I think this guy has a problem. Look, he's just wearing all kinds of different things right now. Candy and glasses. Do you get your glassware from the liquor store? I don't think that I do. Maybe shot glasses. Maybe there's like novelty shot glasses or something, but I don't get this stuff. That I feel like if you're getting those kind of glasses, you're probably going to want to get them from like a store. Like a real store. I don't know though. And then there's those like Party City fake champagne glasses that are plastic. You know. What are those? You know, the bases come off of them. Have you ever had those fake like plastic cups? It's like fake wine glasses or champagne glasses, and the bottom just comes right off the base of the cup or you know, glass or whatever. It's like, bro. Also, a plastic glass. Why is the English language so stupid? Nothing makes sense. It's called the glass. You know? But, like, that's what the name of it is. It's not just that it's made of glass. It's just, like, it's called a glass. But it could be a glass made of plastic. Oh, my God. Why, dude? We couldn't just invent other words. Why do words have multiple meanings? Mug? Like, what the hell? You drink out of a mug. You can get robbed. It's called getting mugged. It's like a little humid outside. It's muggy. I know there's origins for all of this stuff, but it does not make any sense. You know, God. It's so strange to me. How can anybody learn English as I'm sitting here speaking English? How could anybody even learn English? It's crazy. I will say, I've learned Spanish, and like, there's a lot of words that do that same thing. L is one of them. Like, L is referring to he, or the, or, you know, it's just like there's a bunch of words like that translate. But then there's a bunch of words that they change, they have the same meaning, but changed based on the tense and everything, and it's just like, yo, what the hell is going on? Language is crazy. You can literally just put random letters in any order you want and make a word. Just make up a freaking word. And that's how slang is evolved, right? Like, we make up slang words all the time. Why can't we just make up, like, terms and words for things? I guess as technology grows, we're inventing other words for those too, but it's like, my God, a chip, right? A chip. Chip is a great example. It's a small thing that you plug in, like a microchip, electronic, or a chip that you eat, like a potato chip, or a fry if you're in other countries speaking English, you know? Chips. And then, like, there's like a chip off a block or something like that, you know, or something got chipped. It's a poker chip. There's so many different terms for it. It's crazy, right? And some of them make sense. Some of them you're like, oh yeah, that looks like this thing, or it reminds me of that thing, so that's why that origin came. But then you look at like, oh, well, that's why we call, in the UK, we call chips, you know, or fries chips, because it makes more sense. And chips we call crisps. But I'm like, crisp is that's like the same thing as calling a fry, though. Like, a fry is fried, and that's why we call it a fry. It's stupid, but that's like what it is. But a crisp is called a crisp because it's crisp. It's a feeling. So I don't know. I mean, it's like it's the same stuff, just in different terms. It's so funny. And I don't think anybody's really right or wrong in that. It's language. It's just funny to me. But like, wow. If you really stop and think about it, it's just too much. It's too much to stop and think about, in fact. And it's something we shouldn't think about. We should just stop. Everything we just talked about, let's not even think about it. Let's just carry on and go about our day. So anyway, I'm running a liquor store here, and this guy's going to hopefully get something in his fake North Face jacket. Actually, I don't know what kind of fake jacket that is. Dude, I used to work real close to North Face, and I wanted to work at the North Face so bad, but I had so much of a, like, I don't know. I had this loyalty feeling towards Under Armour, and then ended up getting thrown away. It's crazy, right? Like, you know, no, dude, I adhered to the social media policy when I was streaming there, as if it even mattered. You know, what are the 5 people that watched me at the time going to even care? Talk about Under Armour. But I was like, nope, I'm loyal to the company, loyal to the brand, and that's what it gets you, man. Oh, y'all are too expensive to work here, so we're done with you all. Fair enough. I don't like when, like, I'm not talking about, like, presidential politics. I'm talking about, like, workplace politics. I don't like that in drama and stuff like that. And the problem is when you have senior managers getting, I don't know, I guess, like, having to butt heads with how other, like, I was in the middle. I was a senior assistant manager, so I was higher than assistant managers and lower than associate managers and store managers. So my position was already kind of stupid in general. But, like, it was just tough because here I am rocking you like a hurricane. No, here I am trying to get the assistant managers to do what I needed them to do and teach them and build them up into the next wave of managers in higher positions, while the upper managers were blaming everything on me that wasn't getting done from them. So it's like you get it from both angles, you know? You get the lower managers saying they couldn't do stuff, the upper managers blaming me for stuff not getting done, and then if I did it myself, you know, obviously that's not good. And I knew that as a manager too. Like, you shouldn't be having to get stuff done. You should be able to delegate things. Why did so many of those packages just fly off the shelf now? That's outrageous. That is unacceptable. Oh my god. I lost so much money there. But anyway, yeah, it's just one of those things where, you know, I was in between that. I was the tug of war rope between upper management and, you know, the entry management and everything like that. And leads and stuff had to report to them, but they still didn't get anything. So it's like, you know, why is stuff not getting done? Oh, well, you know, I can't blame it on the assistant managers because a bad carpenter blames his tools, right? And those managers were indeed tools. And I'm not talking about, like, workplace. Oh, I shouldn't have opened the store. God damn it. I didn't replenish anything. I'm still telling stories here. What the hell's going on? Put my salt out. Speaking of salt, I'm salty as hell about that story now. But no, it's just one of those, like, shitty situations where it's like, oh man, you're in between a whole lot of, like, office politics. And so I would say, like, oh, well, you know, if we were able to be more efficient with schedules and stuff like that, we could have this done. And if we were able to, you know, do this, and I would give examples and tangible examples at that, not just making shit up. But that's undermining your superiors, which, you know, whether it's right or wrong, it's a bad look. So, you know, you get kind of screwed over there. And this is wild too. New managers took over at that store, right? And I hate people who are like, oh, well, the teacher just hates me, so I'm like, the teacher doesn't give a shit about you. You know, they don't care if, like, they don't have this predisposition. If they do hate you, they hate you for a reason. You're disruptive or whatever. Same with management. You know, they don't hate you unless you're fucking up, you know, unless you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing. I was never a manager that ever, like, and I never saw this either. People just hating on people for any reason other than they were fucking up. Either the manager was fucking up or the employee was fucking up. But someone was fucking up, you know what I mean? And, like I say, it's an excuse I hate. But, like I said, I was finding better ways to do things, and especially so our manager went out for a little while, came back, and we had found just better ways to run everything. Better ways to save hours, better ways to schedule, better ways to do all kinds of things. And so we wanted to keep doing that. Why would we want to just start burning hours and wasting time and money? You know, fucking with our bonuses and stuff like that. Like, we didn't want that to happen, so we wanted to keep rolling with the way we've been rolling, and, like, that was not okay with the manager that was out. You know, because the store manager, like, rightfully so, you're out of the company for a few months, and you come back. You don't want to say, like, oh, the company not only performed without you, but performed better than ever without you, you know? So you don't want to undermine yourself at that point. And it's almost like a survival of the fittest there, or survival of whoever. Anyway, long story short, manager comes back. We're running the place better than ever. It's a weird transition period in there, you know, and there's a restructuring even higher than our store levels. So district managers are shuffled, and we no longer have our consistent district manager. Well, that gives the store manager a new chance to tell our new district manager about all the managers in the building. Oh, yeah, well, we have a relationship because we've known each other forever, the manager and the district manager. That's what they were thinking. So they trust each other, and they say whatever they want about whoever the managers were. So a lot of managers, including myself, were thrown under the bus for this. And the unfortunate thing is, you know, time exposes everything. We have track records. It's not like I'm just saying this stuff. Like, it came to light eventually that, yeah, everything was running way better before. We have tons of data, tons of analytics, tons of track record to prove it. And, you know, the manager fights a battle that they can't win and ends up leaving like a few months later after all this just burning the ship, you know, ends up leaving the store. And so now it's just me and a few other managers that have been thrown under the bus, and, you know, a couple of them got fired for, you know, nothing. A couple others were investigated constantly, and it's just, you know, that's a situation that just sucks because, you know, you saw the manager leave, and after all these reports are done and after all these reviews are done and everything, there's a lot of damage that's been done already in your store, and a new district manager wants any excuse to get rid of anybody they can to build up their own team anyway, usually, you know, unless they're from within the district. And they were from within the district, but it got shaken up and we had a rivalry with them. So it's just one of those situations where, you know, every little thing had to happen and people were like, oh, you're crazy, this isn't like that, or that's not happening like this. And on paper, yeah, it looks insane, and it looks like one of those just wild stories of, oh yeah, I was fucking up and somebody didn't like that. But no, it's just, you know, why would you leave your job? Why would you, you know, burn your ships and then just disappear? Why would you do this? And it's like, I don't have any hate for them. I don't have any, you know, I get it, self-preservation. You don't want to ruin yourself or fly yourself out of the building, but you did. You end up leaving anyway. So it's like, it's just, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense. None of that situation made any sense, though. I was very confused about the whole thing. And I'm sorry for unloading this whole story, of course, on you, but, you know, it's just life. Bottom line is, I've never been an excuse maker or anything like that, and I'm still not. I still probably could have done something different to save that situation. But I will say, out of all of that shitty situation came all of this, because I would not probably even be touching YouTube. Maybe I would upload some shorts here or there, but in the capacity I'm doing now, I have like 4 YouTube channels. You know, I've done streams on 3 different stream channels on Twitch alone, let alone other platforms and things. I mean, I've just explored so much and done so much and met so many great people and stuff, and it would not be possible without that stupid, shitty situation, you know? So like I say, I don't dream, or I didn't dream big before, but now I do. And that's not to say like, oh yeah, I'm going to take over this or that or be the next this or whatever. It's like, no, I'm writing my own story. And you all are absolutely helping me with it. Like, this is not just something that came out of nowhere. This is something that I think a lot of it had to deal with. This is a long part of me just rambling, telling stories and whatnot. I think it's a good message, though, overall. I think it's a good story. God damn. I just feel so bad, though, because, like, I'm sure, like, looking back at this, we're just like, yeah, we'll have a little chill simulator day, and then me just fucking rambling about work stuff, when in reality, I want people to avoid and escape work stuff here, because I'm sure you guys are going through similar situations in a lot of different places. Also, what is your shirt? What are you doing? Lady, come on. What the hell am I looking at here? That's the belly button exposure? Why? Maybe that's where she gets refueled like a freaking, you know, one of those mid-air planes that just flies forever. Mid-air planes. No shit. Yeah. Alright, anyway, we'll do this tomorrow. Guys, thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate you so much. Next time I will not be rambling as much, I hope. I mean, you never know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, I appreciate you all. Take care of yourselves. Be well. Stay safe. Stay loved. I'll keep loving y'all. You know it. See ya.